This is the horrifying truth about Imperial Servitude in Warhammer 40K. This is the place they never show in the banners. The sirens call before dawn, and we answer without thinking, not out of courage, but because the line never stops. The air tastes of iron and old prayers. We do not expect mercy here, we expect a quota. They call the hammer worship, the sweat devotion. I have given both until my fingers are raw. Sometimes when the forges hum, I feel something else moving in the pipes. Not the Omnissiah nor the Emperor, but a slow, patient appetite. Sparks dance in the haze. Molten rivers glow beneath my boots. And still, the line moves on. We press on. The shift begins. The Overseer stands above us, crimson lens glowing through the choking smoke and sparks that drift from the molten furnaces below. Chains clatter and sway, casting fleeting shadows on the steel walkways, reflecting the unbearable heat. We toil in endless lines, hands blistered, backs aching, every motion monitored with cold, deliberate hunger. One slip, one faltering breath, and he notices. Faith is enforced, obedience demanded, every shift a trial of endurance. The hum of machinery is deafening, yet his presence dominates all. His silence is heavier than any command, his gaze a predator's, and we pray the lens glides past us, shift after shift, without faltering as the factory devours the weak. The machine priest moves among the massive gears, robes trailing across the floor, cog-toothed sensor swinging, smoke curling in thick spirals. Oil and blood mix on the rotating machinery, reflecting flickering crimson light that dances on my sweat-streaked face. I crouch in shadows, eyes wide, trembling, yet compelled to watch every gesture. His rituals are terrifyingly beautiful. Devotion twisted into iron, flame, and whispered words. Sparks leap from the moving gears, answering him in rhythm. Every rotation, every hiss of steam confirms obedience. Witnessing this is itself submission. Fear and awe press down like molten metal, and I realize that in this place, silence is compliance. And every heartbeat is measured in red reflections and shadowed movement. Vats of molten metal slide across trembling bridges as overseers shout from above. Slag falls like burning rain, smoke and heat suffocating, a relentless presence pressing against every muscle. My hands blister, skin tears, blood mixing with ash, every motion punished or measured by the unyielding machinery. Discipline here is pain made permanent. Survival is a single drop of sweat or blood away. Every step is prayer, every lift an offering. The line moves without pause, relentless. The factory devours weakness and honors endurance. Each shift carves scars into flesh and mind alike. We march onward, every drop of blood a testament, every groan a hymn to the relentless engine. The heat, the overseer, and the unforgiving rhythm of survival. The arena of chains is a pit of endless suffering. Names are forgotten. Screams echo like hymns to a god of blood. Flames cast deep red shadows on iron floors as we fight, muscles screaming, blood mixing with grime. Overseers loom above, silent, their judgment absolute. Chains rattle. Embers drift in thick, smoky air, fear sharpening every strike into precise, desperate motion. Rage fuels each blow. Terror fades beneath the drumbeat of violence. Survival demands calculation, brutality, and endurance. Every kill, every fall is measured in red light and shadow. I move, I strike, I bleed, and the arena consumes hesitation, leaving only raw, burning clarity, the hunger for survival, the fury of the pit, and the satisfaction of enduring where others fall. The arena is silent, thick smoke curling over blood-soaked floors. My hands tremble, coated in the remnants of lives I have taken, muscles quivering from exertion. The crowd has gone. Chains hang loose. Only echoes remain, heavy with despair. No victory, no honor, only the weight of what has been done. I stare into black pools beneath me, seeing the faces of the fallen mirrored in the ripples, watching me back. Khorne asks nothing but claims everything. My breath is ragged, each heartbeat a reminder of survival's cost. In stillness, I feel the terrible calm that follows slaughter, the quiet realization of the price paid in blood, sweat, and broken bones, and the chilling truth of obedience carved into flesh. The corridors twist beneath oppressive heat, walls breathing crimson light, shadows stretching long. Ghostly shapes flicker, warriors and demons in smoke and flame. A voice thrums in my mind, not words but raw hunger, pulsing through veins, demanding attention. Eyes faintly glowing red, heart racing, muscles taut. I step cautiously, yet cannot resist the unseen command. Machines hum as if acknowledging something greater. Obedience is survival. Survival is devotion. Fear mixes with awe, every footstep measured, every breath echoing through the red corridors. The forge itself seems alive, whispering, guiding, demanding, and I am compelled forward, drawn into its merciless rhythm, knowing that resistance is meaningless in the shadow of the divine machinery. Crimson energy erupts around me, molten light reflecting off every surface. Flesh burns, yet power surges through veins and bones. Arms raised, I endure as smoke coils into abstract, towering forms, impossible figures of heat, flame, and iron. My body trembles, muscles straining, eyes alight with unholy fire. The forge screams through every nerve, demanding submission, shaping power from pain. I absorb the inferno, letting it remake me, letting the flames channel strength into every fiber. Fear dissolves, replaced by clarity. No longer merely a worker, I am a vessel, a conduit for fire and wrath, standing at the threshold between mortal limitation and divine, unrelenting power. I remember my first day, small, trembling, yet old enough to see the roaring fires and hear cries of laborers before me. Sparks rained like molten hail. The machines screamed with grinding fury. Overseers' commands thundered, shaping the earliest understanding. Obedience is survival. Survival demands everything. Clutching a small gear, I watched giants at work, their faces obscured by soot and sweat. Even as a child, I felt unseen eyes weighing my every move. The forges taught their first prayers, whispered not in words but in rhythm, heat, and expectation. Fear and awe shaped me, forging endurance and obedience, preparing me for a life where strength is measured by pain, resilience, and unflinching devotion to the relentless fire. The forge towers above, flames reflecting off iron and machinery shaped like skulls and altars. I kneel before a massive furnace, hammer across my chest, blood and ash mingling. Workers circle, chanting in shadowed silhouettes, molten light casting long shadows. Muscles coil, body tense with power earned through pain. Eyes glow faint red. Chains are gone. Fear is gone. Only purpose remains. The fire speaks in heat and light, commanding, remaking, transforming. It rise, hammer raised, strength coursing through every limb. Khorne's voice resonates through roaring flames. I obey fully, the forge consuming and purifying, leaving only the worker reborn, forged in fire, blood, and iron, ready to serve the relentless god of war.